I want to talk to you. And this video, as of its recording, has no particular title. It's just me wanting to communicate and reach out to anyone that would hear my voice. And if there was something that I would want to talk to you about, it would be concerning life and death. I have lost personally several people in my life over the past 2 decades that were very close and important to me. My grandmother, my grandfather, my only sibling, and as of recent, a couple of my aunts that were close to me, and even a few friends. There have been people in the martial arts community that have passed away that were close to me over the past several years as well. Now, death is as real as being born. We are all going to die. The so called clinical death. I believe that our spirit is housed within this physical vessel. This is nothing more than a housing or a temple for our soul, that thing that makes us alive. It is odd or strange to me how so many people take life for granted as if they are never going to die. And in the event of them dying, which is inevitable, they never really consider what happens next. I know there are some people who espouse the belief that there is no God or a divine creator, and that somehow or another we all just came into existence with no divine intelligence behind our creation, as if there was some sort of spontaneous combustion or boom, the Big Bang Theory, as some have called it over the years. But I firmly believe that while we as human beings are on this earth, we really have a purpose. We were not just born and placed here by simple happenstance. It was by design. And when I say design, I'm not talking specifically about those of you that are listening to my message right now. I'm talking about mankind as far as back as we have in recorded history. It has been by design that man has been on this earth. It is for a definitive purpose. Now, whether or not men have known what their purpose was on this planet is neither here nor there. But there still is a reason why we are here. And because of the intelligence that we have as human beings, and the fact that we have so much wisdom and knowledge that we can create rockets that can go to other planets, the fact that we can build satellites that sit into outer space that can take a picture of a dime laying on the sidewalk, the fact that we can communicate on a device that we call a cellular device or cell phone from across the world. The fact that we can build nuclear and atomic armament that can be fired from our country across the world and destroy literally cities, that should let us know how intelligent we are. Now, with that said, if we have that ability, if we have the wherewithal to learn other languages, to build skyscrapers, to build literally tunnels and cities underneath the ocean, and to even clone human beings. And we have that technology, whether you believe it or not. If we have all of this at our disposal, how in the world can we deny that there's a creator? How can we? I mean, if we look at our past history, we can see that we have evolutionized, if you will. We have come from slingshots all the way to nuclear weapons. We have come from horse and buggies all the way to automobiles that can get up to 250 miles an hour. We've done that. So it has been a progression. All of this did not occur in the early time period. This came over hundreds and even thousands of years of development. So, my question today is, if you, those of you that I'm talking to right now that's watching this video, if you were to die today, what's next? Do you know? Do you have a belief system? Do you have a religious belief that you hold dear to your heart? Do you have some ideology or something that secures you a place in the next world, so to speak, after you are dead? You see, I see dead people all around me. I see people that I've grown up with passing away. Now, mind you, I know we're all going to die, but I'm just saying, here over the past few years, so many people that I have grown up with have left here. And not only that, so have movie stars and celebrities that I remember when I was a child. They're leaving here. And every time you watch the news or a news report and you hear that a famous celebrity has passed away, for some reason or another, you have to pause for a moment and sort of awe and not really believe that it has happened. But it has. This is one of the realities of life that is going to face us all. Death. It is. Brother Teacher's not going to be here forever. And neither is anyone watching this video. So I've seen Michael Jackson. I grew up with him. My favorite entertainer of all time, Sam Cooke, singer. I love Sam Cooke, one of my favorite singers of all time. Dr. Sabi, here over the past couple years. Dr. Francis Cress Welsing has passed away. Jerry Lewis passed away. And the list just goes on and on and on. Joan Rivers passed away. Dan Block from Bonanza. That was a guy that played in that cowboy television series that I loved. Dan Block. He played Hoss. I loved him coming up as a child, I watched that television show. Uh, Various people that are dear to me and have been dear to me are passing away and have passed away. So, this is what I'm thinking. My first question again to you that are watching this video, it's real simple. It is, do you have your house in order? Have you made preparations for that inevitable day of your demise? So if you have a family that will be left behind, will they have difficulty putting you away, burying you? Or will they be struggling to raise money to put you away? So do you have a will? Do you have a savings? Do you have a 401k? Do you have anything in place in the event that you were to pass away? Men and women, especially women if you are a single parent and you're not attached to a mate at this time, or even men if you're alone, or even couples or husbands and wives. Are you prepared for the eventuality of you dying and what's going to happen to your children and your grandchildren? I see dead people. We're all going to die. That's the point I'm trying to hammer into your head. So, have you gotten your house together? Because you're going to leave here one day. And this is something that you should be thinking about on a regular basis. Not be tormented by it, because it's a natural occurrence. Not to be so fearful of it that you can't function. But from an intellectual standpoint, from a logical and scientific standpoint even, you should sit down with yourself and or your spouse or your companion and or your family and say, listen, this is what I have set in place in the event that I leave here in the near future, or when I do leave here. I have put this in order so that you will not have to worry about me when I'm gone. So have you done this today? I'm thinking more about it as I'm speaking to you, my departure. Now, I have set my things in order, myself personally. But outside of the monetary things, outside of the burial plans, if you will, if that's how you choose to prepare, outside of any money that you have set aside for your family or your estate, if you will, upon your death, you need to make sure, and listen to me very closely, you need to make very certain, ladies and gentlemen that are listening to me right now, that you show love to your family. I don't care who they are. Brothers, sisters, moms, dads, uncles, cousins, grandparents, aunties, it doesn't matter. Make sure that you set that in order. Make sure that if there is any division or any tension between you and them, that you set it in order. You be the better person. Whoever you are that's listening to me right now, be the better person. Whatever disagreements you may have had in your past or even presently, squash that stuff. Because we don't know if tomorrow will be our last day. Understand this. Someone just died as I was speaking to you. People are dying every hour, every moment, every single day. Who's to say that you won't be that next individual? So do yourself a favor and set your house in order. Call your mother, call your wife, your ex-wife, your estranged husband, whomever, and you set things in order and you apologize if it needs to be done. And you tell that other individual, I love you, and you mean it if that needs to be done. Hug your children and you tell them sincerely that you're sorry that you did not do the things that you should have done as a parent when they were coming up, or that you did not raise them the way that you should have or could have as a parent. Set it in order today. Everyone will appreciate one another and be better off when it's all said and done. That was all I had to say. Walk circumspectly, as the scripture says. In other words, as if today were your last day on earth. It's not hard to do. All it takes is you. This is Brother Teacher. As always, Yahweh loves you, and I sincerely love you. May the peace and the blessings of the Almighty Creator be upon you and your family. So long.